Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of UP Fishing Let's Go. So today is going to be a little bit different video. Instead of going fishing, we're going to build something for fishing. So up here in the UP, we get a lot of snow, and that can make for hard fishing conditions for ice fishing. The snow creates a lot of slush, and one of the big challenges can be dragging a sled around. The normal plastic sleds, when there's deep snow, the more plow the powder if you have any decent amount of weight in them, and they just don't go through it that well. They work great if the snow's crusty or if it's icy, but then when you have slush, if it's cold out, the slush freezes to the sled, and if you get a combination of snow and slush, it can feel like you're in a tractor pull. It's just a total workout, and it's not much fun. So what I want to build is something to assist with that. If we can build something with skis instead of a plastic bottom like a sled would have, I think that it'll create a lot less surface area for slush to freeze to, and so the sled should slide more easily when we have bad conditions, and also it will raise it up so that it'll go through the snow better. You won't be plowing snow with the sled, the skis will just slide through the snow. So I'll show you guys the materials. These right here are what we have for materials. It may look a little strange right now, but you'll see as we get into the video how this is all going to come together. We're going to start by taking these skis and removing the boot holders, and we're going to cut them to length. So we're just going to size the skis up the length of the table here. We're going to make them just a little bit longer, sticking out the front, and then about 4 inches out the back. I'm just going to mark a line, and we'll cut both of them to that same length. So now I'm going to cut 4 7-inch pieces off of this 2x4. Next, we're going to cut 45-degree angles on one end of our 7-inch 2x4s. That's the end trim. I'm going to take a 1/2-inch drill bit and drill a hole directly down through the center of these. Now we're going to take our table and remove the adjustable legs from it. Now we're going to take a grinder and cut these legs off 7 inches from the bottom of the tabletop. So 7 inches from here, we're going to cut them right here. So now we're going to cut pieces of rebar into 11¼ inches long. We'll need 4 total. Next, we're going to take a piece of 2x4 and mount it to the back of each of our skis. And we're going to use these number 9 3 1/8 inch long Torx head screws, and we'll use 2. We'll get them started on the ground here. And you'll want to screw the screw just down so the plane of the ski is level with the head of the screw, so it's not catching anything. We'll add one more. Now we'll take our pieces of rebar and we're going to pound them into our 1/2 inch holes in our 2x4s. Okay, so now we're going to take one of our 2x4s that's not mounted to the skis, and we're going to pound another piece of rebar into it. We want it even with the 2x4, went a little too far. Okay, that's about good. And we're going to insert it into one of the legs of the table. And now I think you can begin to see the design of the sled if you haven't already. We'll slide this ski on here. And then I'm going to take a marker and mark where I need to attach this 2x4 to the ski. And we'll do the same for the other side. So now we'll take and screw the 2x4 onto the ski. So now we have one of the skis. So now we just have to make the other side and we'll basically be done. So I'm actually going to add a couple eye bolts on the fronts of these 2x4s for towing with a rope. I don't have them now, so I'm going to have to get some and put them in. I guess I was thinking of tying onto here, but I'm afraid that if I tow from here, it's going to lift. So I want to tow from here, but I don't want to just drill a hole through because it'll be too low. So I'm going to put an eye bolt in here so I can tow from that. And so, yeah, this is it. The cool thing about this is it's super compactable. So if you want to just throw it in your car, it doesn't take up much space. I'll take it apart right now. So you got that, and then this is a folding table. So And there you go. This is all that's left. It's just, you got this little part here and 2 skis, and then there'll be the rope. So you can slip it in any car just fine. And the cool thing, if you want a table, you just pull these out. Like that. And we'll grab the legs. And there, now you have a table. So it can be a sled or a table, which I think is pretty cool. And so yeah, we'll see you guys out next on the ice, and we'll test it out. So this is my tow rope here, and I've attached a carabiner to each end, so I can easily attach it and detach it from the skis. So those just snap on. Now we're going to put the sled on. This is for the first time, so we'll see how it goes. Should sit like that. Now I'm just going to take these straps and hook them into the bottom of the table. Actually got this one upside down. There we go. Like that. And just tighten her up. Yeah, we should be set to go. Let's go test it out. Feels pretty sturdy, and it definitely will be, it's up a lot higher, so see how it tows. So now we're set up fishing here, and you can see the functionality of it as a table also. You can put your fish finder on there and whatever else you want. So yeah, that's another function that's pretty handy. Like I said, those legs, they just slip right back in. Pretty nice. Alright, so I've used this sled for a little while now, and as you can see, I've made some adjustments to it. What I ran into was that the tips of these skis with the old piece on there, they weren't holding up to, like when I hit pieces of ice, the tips were cracking. So I needed to add some reinforcement, so I cut out some new end pieces with a jigsaw, and so that's the new system. I had to patch that one together because I ran out of wood. But so yeah, it's added some more weight, which I don't like, but they should hold up now. As you can also see, I've extended this back to try and get to the thicker part of the ski. It's kind of a patched together job, I know, but it should work now. That's one thing to remember if you buy skis to build something like this. Try to get something with a little bit thicker ends. These ones just weren't quite thick enough, and so I had to reinforce it with wood. So yeah, we'll see how this goes, and it should work okay now. I'll say it's definitely not the perfect system, but it should work. As far as how this thing's performed on the ice, it's been okay. I found that even when there's not slush and snow, it seems to give me an improvement. The skis slide easier than just the sled bottom, which, especially if you're traveling long distances, that can make a big difference, having less resistance. And the table's been handy, especially if there's like water on the ice, as it's been warm up here lately and things have been pretty wet. You can keep your stuff up and out. Alright, so thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that some of you guys will be able to put it to use. Please leave comments as to what you guys think about it, and I'm open to suggestions for improvements. And if you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.